As a guy who was extremely fat, I've managed to lose that weight while also building a lot of muscle. In this video, I will reveal to you 5 massive mistakes that men make when they try to get in shape. Now, not all of these mistakes were created the same. Some of them are more significant than others, and some of them are pretty obvious. But I would really suggest that you stick to the end of this video, not because I want your attention, because if the last mistake will be the mistake that you will make, and because of that you will fail, then learning what it is pretty valuable, right? Let's begin with the first one. When we start, training is something that we are not used to. And because of that it sucks, because we have never done something that painful to our bodies in terms of physical training. We have never chose to actually go and induce pain on ourselves. Some people shy away from that pain, but the thing is that for us to get in great shape, we need to accept it as being painful. Now, I might have exaggerated it a bit, but the amount of pain that you feel from training will never go down. You will get stronger, and that's the most valuable thing about training. It's not just the body, it's the character that you will build because of that. Most men will try to avoid that pain, and because of that, the only way to avoid that pain is the way of quitting training, of not getting in shape. And that's the thing. If you are a guy who wants to get in shape, you need to accept this journey as being painful and learn to enjoy the pain. No, not enjoy in a masochistic way. It is basically realizing that your body is not the only thing that will get better by training. It is realizing that your character will improve because of that, and that's more valuable than the body itself, but both are valuable. Now the second mistake. Most men start by doing this 6 times per week extremely hard training plan. They don't realize that they are just beginners and they need to start small, because else they will go through too much pain and they will quit. Now, I told you that you need to accept it as being painful and go through it, and with it I think that you should leave no other option but to go through it. But if you will make it too hard, your mind will just shy away from it so much to the point in which you will not want to bother. So the second mistake is starting too high, and the way to avoid this mistake is to basically find what you can do, make it a bit easier, and then do it. Because the marginal benefit between doing something that is not that hard and something that is extremely hard to stick to, like in terms of days and hours spent in the gym, as for you as a beginner, is not that big. You will gain pretty much, right, a very similar amount of gains if you were to train 3 times per week in relation to 6. You need to start with something pretty small that you can stick to it, and then after a few months or years you can go higher, you can make it harder, but first just stick to it, because by sticking to it you will develop something that is way more valuable than the more 0.5 gains that you will make by increasing your training, by making it harder. You will become consistent. And consistency is the thing that compounds over a long period of time. Now the third mistake. Now it is a pretty obvious one, so I will go over it pretty quickly, and it is training the same muscle day after day. You need to let your muscles recover, because there are 2 steps to building muscle: training and then resting, recovering the muscle itself. When you train, you induce hypertrophy, muscle damage, everything. When you rest, your body basically recovers that muscles, and by extension, with enough time, your muscle will grow a bit bigger than it used to be. And when you do it enough times, you grow them. And that's the thing, if you won't rest the muscle, you won't recover it, and you will not get stronger after that workout, which means that pretty much, right, not to a full extent, I don't know the exact extent because I'm not a scientist, this workout will be a lot, like massively less effective, or even not effective at all. So just have a rest day for the muscle that you train the day after you train it, which is pretty obvious, right? Even though it's obvious and everything, a few of my friends made it when they started, and it's a pretty massive one, right? Not making muscle, wasting a workout is dumb. Just don't make it, bro. Now the fourth mistake, and it is not eating protein. Protein is the building block of muscle. When you don't eat protein, you don't supply your body with enough fuel to build muscle. So basically, eat between 0.5 grams per pound of body weight to 1 gram per pound. That's the sweet spot. That's where you will gain most of the gains. Eating more than that is useless. Eating less than that will probably diminish your gains. And it is pretty damn easy to get our protein nowadays. We just need to eat something with protein. Like, there are a bunch of foods like that: cheese, meat, fucking tofu. You can eat those foods, right? Tofu is not that healthy, so I would suggest that you shy away from it. But there are a bunch of foods that contain a bunch of protein which you can eat, which is pretty easy, right, to eat. Now the fifth mistake, and it is a pretty big one, and it is looking at training as a phase of your life. Now you can look at locking in your training and training really hard and going 6 times per week as a phase in your life. I wouldn't suggest that you do it at the beginning, but you can look at it like that. But you should adopt the identity, become the guy who trains forever. Now think about it like planting seeds. When we train, we plant the seed of getting jacked in a few days, right? We get a bit more jacked, but then as we plant those seeds over a long period of time, we get jacked. When we stop planting those seeds, we guarantee basically that we will lose the gains. And when you stop training, you stop to plant those seeds, and with enough time you will lose all of your gains and you will not be in shape anymore. And here is the thing. Maintaining muscle requires 3 times less volume than building it. So if you will train pretty hard for the next 5 years and then you will just want to maintain it, you can do 3 times less and you will still maintain that muscle. So just never stop. Because think about it, bro, you will build a lot of muscle in the next 5 years and then you will be muscular for the rest of your life. Which is fucking awesome, right? So stop looking at it as a phase of your life, as something that you're going to do and stop after a few years. And look at it long term. Never stop training. You're not trying to lose weight for summer. You're trying to get jacked for the rest of your life. Look at it like this. And when you leave no other option but to do it for the rest of your life, you will by default not embark on that extremely hard workout plan that you can stick to. You will avoid those pitfalls because you will know that doing it forever is the thing that you need to do. And you can't do that 6 times 2 hours per session workout plan for the rest of your life. So you will by default look at it 4 times per week or 6 times per week, 30 minutes per day as an option, and you will do it instead because you are going to do it for the rest of your fucking life. And if you want to lock in and do something hard, make sure that you have a plan on how you're going to integrate fitness into your life after that period of time. Because if you won't, if you will like go on that extremely hard thing and then you will just stop training afterward because you will get burnout, you will lose. And the 5th mistake is to make sure that you don't look at training, at getting in shape as a phase of your life, but as part of your life, like sleeping and brushing your teeth. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, bro.